Sir, yes, sir. Welcome, man. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you watching this, man. How y'all doing? Welcome back to the Golden Goose DFS show. I'm your host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose. Y'all know exactly why I'm here, man. I'm here bringing you another edition of the starting five for DraftKings and FanDuel, alright? But before we do that, you know it's the lineup review. So pull up a chair, man, get comfortable, relax, kick your feet up at work. We're going to chop it up and talk about that as well as today's slate. So if you're new to the channel, man, you're in the right spot. It's the best kept secret in daily fantasy sports, the Golden Goose DLS show. Hit that subscribe button. And definitely. Oh, thank y'all so much, man, for getting us over 100 likes yesterday, man. Didn't that feel good? Didn't you get a little good karma, a little extra, sense of pride about yourself, man? I thank y'all so much. Let's keep the trend going, man. Let's start a trend every video with 100 likes, man. I ain't want to have to threaten y'all, but you made me do it, man. I'm sorry. We back, though. Let's get to it. All right. Last night was a good night on both sites. Doubled up the buy-in across both sites. All right. Let's talk about it. You know the $1.20 max over here on DK 311. Solid. My downfall last night was too much RJ Hampton. Ended up being my downfall. But I was heavy on Bradley Beal, heavy on Mobley, heavy on Anthony Davis. And I got to a little Giannis because I seen he wasn't drawing a lot of ownership. But RJ Hampton, man, once we got him in that starting lineup, I thought that meant Corey Joseph was more hurt than let on. I thought maybe he was just giving dressing out to get him a body in case needed. Because we got Hampton in the starting lineup for one of the first times this year, and I was like, okay, that means 30 plus. So I went a little heavy on RJ Hampton. Thought he could at least get me to 25 fantasy points. Was not the case. Corey Joseph still came in and got more minutes than Hampton, but Hampton got 27 to his end in his own rights. He just didn't do much. 10 fantasy points definitely hurt us here. Then as you can see the rest of the lineup, got Ricky Rubio in 3,300. Was just knew he was gonna play some with no Donovan Mitchell, and then hopefully if Cleveland blew out the Hornets, he could get a little extra blowout run. He was solid with 24 fantasy points. Got him at 8% on. Yura got hurt the first half, took away some of his minutes, ended up coming back out, but only 18 fantasy points. Definitely need a little more from him. Anthony Davis, absolutely cooking. I told the gang last night he was going to absolutely cook Valanciunas and cook him fast, too. And he did just that. He went to work early, man. The Lakers secured the blowout here. I wish this game would have been a little closer. He definitely would have had a much bigger night. Karis LeVert, everybody's chalk at 38%. Dropped almost a 50 burger right there at 10x. Definitely needed some of him on yesterday's slate. Got Giannis at 15% on. He dropped 66 fantasy points. Very solid for him. And then Bradley Beal, of course, man. Y'all should have been high on Bradley Beal field. I'm going to talk to y'all. What was y'all doing? 17%? I had Beal and Porzingis. No Kuzma going against the Pistons? Come on, man. I definitely take that. Beal at 17%, dropping to 60 burger. So, very solid on DK. Let's go look at FanDuel and how we came up short on the 222 again. Came in 295th place, 353 over here. I'm gunning at that. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I don't know if I'm the first provider to do this, but I'm gonna make a stand right now. I'm gonna win this $2.22 FanDuel contest by the end of the week. So y'all stay tuned, man. By Sunday, I'm going to win this 222 contest. A la Babe Ruth. I'm calling my shot, man. I don't know if I'm the first provider to do this, but I'm doing it. I'm telling you. So y'all stay tuned. It's coming. But best lineup on FanDuel, 353. Had some Devontae Graham. He had 23%. Got 34 fantasy points from him. Once again, Ricky Rubio. Like I said, I just thought it was a nice spot to get Rubio. I knew he could see 20 to 25 minutes. Possibly, especially if they get a little blowout, maybe he could see a little more. Than Ricky Rubio gave us a decent return over here on FanDuel. It's a little more expensive than DK. Got Bradley Beal at 11% again. Y'all was tripping right at 12, but y'all were tripping over here on FanDuel as well. I don't know why y'all didn't like Bradley Beal yesterday, but I take it. 60 burger over here on FanDuel as well. Karis LeVert, everybody's chalk. 52 fantasy points from him. Ran Giannis out again. I love the price on him at 11.8 over here on FanDuel. I had plenty of Giannis. 64 fantasy points, got at 13% ownership, very solid. And one of the plays that did it for me, man, Michael Porter Jr. here, 4% on, 37 fantasy points. He was just a pivot guy I could get to. As you know, on FanDuel, man, you don't have that super cheap value like you have on DK. Guys will be five. Like, the perfect example, Caris LeVert, 5K on DK, but he's 6K over here. You had Michael Porter Jr. like 6'1", and you had some of those other guys that be like 5'7", 5'8". I thought he was a decent pivot here in a tough matchup. We know he's all scoring, but anytime that shot falls, he can give you a decent number, and that's what he did tonight. 37 fantasy points from him. Got Isaiah Hartenstein here. 1.4% on 23 fantasy points. Just, I loved my lineup, and I just need the value play. He fit, so I take some Isaiah Hartenstein. Gave us 23 fantasy points. He gets solid minutes every night, regardless. And if Robinson ever gets in foul trouble, or you get a blowout like you got here, you get a little more run from him. So he's like a like how everybody like to go to Bassett when they like to try to. He don't produce as well as Bassett, but he's a guy that produces solidly, and he can get 20 to 25 minutes a night, maybe more if something happens with Mitchell Robinson. So got him in here, gave us 23 fantasy points. Lamar Stevens with the letdown, 45% on, only gave you 17 fantasy points, and then Mobley at the bottom, man, with 42 fantasy points, rounding out the lineup. Like I said, best lineup over here, 353. This contest will fall, man, and if you want to be a part of that, man, come on over to the Patreon team. Get your help with your 20 max single entries to get access to my full player pool, and to get me live with you in the Discord, helping you do your bills, answering all your questions, man. It's all on the Patreon, fam. Hit the link. All right, let's get to today's slate. Nice 7-gamer. The slate's been nice and steady so far this week, man. I like them. Little injury news we waiting on. We already got a couple of big pieces of news. One of them being that Anthony Davis is out. So you can just fire up D'Angelo Russell once again. Hey, you already know what I told you. I've been playing him since he came back from his little injury with AD. So you know I'm playing him without AD. Hence the thumbnail. Fire up D'Angelo Russell. Great matchup against the Houston Rockets. I expect him to lead this Laker offense and be able to do what he wants when he wants here against this Houston Rockets defense, man. He's going to be the lead dog on this sled. I need him. I like Russell leading them to victory here in this spot. Coming at shooting guard, I think we can go back to Jaden Hardy, provided Kyrie Irving is out. That's one of the pieces of news we're waiting on. He's questionable right now once again. If he's out, I think we can go right back to Hardy. The price then rose to $5,500, but I still think there's value to be had over there. He's shown himself to be a nice scorer for this Dallas team in the absence of Luka and Kyrie. I definitely think they can lean on him heavily in this spot, especially against the horrible defense of the San Antonio Spurs, man, the leaders of the Tankathon. Give me some Jaden Harden at $5,500. I wish he was a little cheaper, but I'm okay. I think it's still value to be had at this price tag. At the small forward, I want to look at Zach LaVine in a gravy matchup against the Sacramento Kings. Should be an up-paced matchup for him. I like LaVine in fast-paced games where he can get up and down the court. You know, LaVine is a very good athlete. He plays well in transition. I think that's one of his strengths of his game. So with Sacramento and Fox over there pushing the ball, I think this game bodes well for him. And Zach LaVine has been playing very well winding down the stretch of the season. He's really the best. He's been the best performer of the big three here in March, man. I think we can go right back to him at $8,600. I like some Zach LaVine. At the power forward, I want to look right back to Jabari Smith Jr. Took him last slate. I told y'all if Sengun was out, I thought he would start at the center spot. He did. I think the same thing happens here. And the Lakers do not have any size in that front court, man. You can see by my next play, that's about it. Like, Jabari Smith, especially if he starts at center again, he should be able to have his way down there. You know the Lakers don't really have any they've been playing defense well as of late, but undoubtedly that defense is going to take a step back with no Anthony Davis. So I think Jabari Smith Jr. can really have his way down there with no AD. I like getting to him, especially if Sengun is out. All right, and then that brings me to my next play, the center spot. Wenyen Gabriel, $3,700. I think he's into the starting lineup because there's no Mo Bamba. They need some size, whether Sengun plays or not. If Sengun plays, that's even more size. They still going to need a big body. I don't know what the Lakers going to do down here in the post, man, but Wenyen Gabriel probably gets all the minutes he can stand. Him and Rui out. I mean, who else they going to bring into the game? Gabriel, as long as he avoids foul trouble, he should get every minute he can handle. They're going to need his size against this Houston front court. And I think he can get it done, man. He's been playing solidly when he's getting minutes this season. And if he's going to see 30-plus minutes, man, he can really crush this price tag, I believe, at 3,700 going against this Houston Rockets team. So there you have it, man. Your starting five for DraftKings: D'Angelo Russell, Jaden Hardy, Zach LaVine, Jabari Smith Jr., and Wenyen Gabriel. Get you some exposure to these guys. Get them in your player pools for sure, all right? Let's go look at FanDuel. FanDuel at the top, he's the thumbnail. You know he's going to be in here, man. D'Angelo Russell, 8,200. A little bit more expensive over here, but I'm okay with it. Like I said, it's his show, man. Whatever shot he wants, whatever he wants to do offensively, he can. A nice pivot play. If he's not getting a lot of ownership, you can go to Dennis Schroeder. He's going to need some help. He can't get it done all by himself. So Schroeder, Reeves, there's a bunch of Lakers that's in play today, guys. But D'Angelo Russell is by far my favorite, and Wenyen Gabriel will be my second, right? At the shooting guard, staying with Zach LaVine, 8,500. Like I said, I love the matchup. He's been playing well coming down the stretch to end out the season. Love the pace-up matchup for him. He should get opportunities to play in transition and get to the cup, man. Sabonis is not a real rim protector, so Zach LaVine should be able to get to the basket at will here. I like getting the Zach LaVine in this matchup. Coming at small forward, I want to look at some Tari Eason. Now, this play is provided that Sengun is out. We saw him move into the starting lineup last time out. His usage was down. Undoubtedly, is going to be entering the lineup with the likes of Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr. and even Jabari Smith. So usage is not going to be there. He's not going to get too many shots. But in a game like this with the defense of the Lakers that's going to be hurting with Anthony Davis, Tari Eason is just so active. He's so involved. He can just fall into so many different types of stats. Block, steals, rebounds, assists. He does it all. And if he can get a couple shots to fall, some easy putback opportunities at the rim with the Lakers not having any size down there, it could bode well for him at 5,700. I like getting the Tari Eason in this matchup against the Lakers. At the power forward, staying with Wenyen Gabriel, man, 4,200. Like I said, don't be surprised if Wenyen Gabriel play like 35 minutes tonight because they need his size and they have nobody else. Unless they call somebody up from the G League that I don't know about right now, I ain't seen, it's going to be Wenyen Gabriel, all right? Get you some Wenyen Gabriel at 4,200. And at the center spot, I want to look at Bam Adebayo here. Yes, that's right. Bam Adebayo, 7,900. Don't think he's going to garner too much ownership today. He's been struggling. The price is falling over here on FanDuel. That's what I like. And he's getting a nice matchup against the Memphis Grizzlies, who have been absolutely getting destroyed by centers since Steven Adams has went out. Tillman is a solid center, but I don't think he has enough size and maybe not enough athleticism to contend with Bam down here. Just need Bam to come out and be aggressive. This whole Heat team, man, they between him, Butler, Hero, they kind of just filled it out in the beginning. And whoever got it going, that's who they feed, and the other ones kind of defer and play more defense and let that guy cook. So hopefully it's Bam in this spot. He comes out aggressive, can take advantage of this matchup with Tillman here. I like Bam Adebayo at 7,900. There you have it, your starting five for FanDuel. Bam Adebayo, Wenyen Gabriel, Tari Eason, Zach LaVine, and D'Angelo Russell. Get you some exposure to these guys, man. Get them in your player pools. They're most definitely going to be in mine. That's going to do it for us here today, man. Y'all know the motto. And while you're reciting the motto, go join the Patreon if you need a little help. There's no shame in needing a little help. Let's get to winning, all right? Chances make champions, man. Y'all green up. I'll see y'all next time, all right? Let's get it.